Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We've all been waiting with bated breath for the Iraqi Dinar new exchange rate to finally be announced. It feels like we've been on this journey forever, but the anticipation really ramped up at the beginning of this year. Yet, here we are, several months down the road, and still nothing. So what exactly is going on? The frustration is real, especially since everything seems to be in place. The exchange rate is scheduled, the budget is ready, and all the necessary steps have supposedly been taken. But despite this, we're still waiting. Why? What's causing the delay? The root of the problem lies in a complex mix of corruption, mismanagement, and external influence. For years, Iraq has struggled with internal corruption, particularly within its government. There are politicians and officials who have exploited the system for personal gain, siphoning off funds that should be going to the people. This thievery has been rampant, and it has severely undermined the stability and progress of the country. One of the primary ways this corruption has manifested is through the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI auctions. These auctions were originally intended to stabilize the currency by allowing the government to sell dollars in exchange for Iraqi dinars, but instead, they became a tool for corrupt officials to line their pockets. They manipulated these auctions to their advantage, stealing massive amounts of money in the process. This has been a significant barrier to Iraq's economic reform, including the implementation of a new, more favorable exchange rate. But it seems that these corrupt practices have finally been addressed, or at least tamed. The Iraqi government, with the backing of international partners, has taken steps to clamp down on the misuse of the CBI auctions. This is a crucial development because it removes one of the main obstacles that have been holding back the country's economic progress. However, this isn't where the story ends. The United States Treasury has now stepped in, playing a critical role in shaping the future of Iraq's economy. In many ways, it seems like the U.S. Treasury is making the major decisions now, especially when it comes to the exchange rate. While this might be frustrating for those who are eager to see immediate changes, it's important to understand why this involvement is happening. The U.S. wants to ensure that when the new exchange rate is finally implemented, it is sustainable and beneficial for the long term, not just a quick fix that could lead to more instability down the road. The involvement of the U.S. Treasury could be seen as both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, it brings a level of oversight and international expertise that could help guide Iraq through this challenging transition. On the other hand, it also means that the process might take longer than we'd like, as the U.S. carefully assesses every step. The delays we're experiencing now could be the result of this meticulous approach at ensuring that when the new exchange rate is finally announced, it's done right. So while it's easy to feel frustrated and impatient, it's important to remember the bigger picture. The road to economic stability and prosperity for Iraq is a long one, and there are many hurdles to overcome. The new exchange rate is coming, but the process is complex and involves addressing years of corruption and mismanagement. With the corrupt officials being dealt with and the U.S. Treasury playing a guiding role, there is hope that the wait will ultimately be worth it. The goal is not just to change the exchange rate, but to ensure that this change brings real, lasting benefits to the people of Iraq.